No Orchids from Miss Blandish by James Hadley Chase is a crime thriller published in 1939. No Orchids from Miss Blandish is one of James Hadley Chase's most famous works, a hard-hitting crime novel set in the United States. The story revolves around the kidnapping of Miss Blandish, a wealthy heiress, by a gang of small-time criminals. What begins as a simple ransom scheme quickly escalates into a nightmare of violence and depravity. The novel starts with Miss Blandish being kidnapped by a group led by Riley. However, their plan goes awry when they are ambushed by a more dangerous and ruthless gang led by the sadistic Slim Grisson and his mother, Miss Grisson. The Grisson gang takes Miss Blandish to their hideout, where Slim, a psychopathic killer, becomes infatuated with her. As the police and Miss Blandish's father search desperately for her, she endures psychological and physical torment. The novel's climax involves a violent confrontation that leads to a tragic and unsettling conclusion. The story is notorious for its brutal depiction of crime in the dark, oppressive atmosphere Chase creates. Themes: 1. Violence and brutality. The novel is unflinching in its portrayal of violence. Chase explores the depths of human depravity through the actions of the Grisson gang. 2. Corruption and morality. The story delves into the corrupting influence of power and money. Characters are often morally ambiguous, with the lines between good and evil blurred. 3. Psychological trauma. Miss Blandish's ordeal is as much psychological as it is physical. The novel examines the impact of prolonged captivity and abuse on a person's psyche. Characters: Miss Blandish, the kidnapped heiress. Her character undergoes significant trauma and her plight evokes sympathy from the reader. Slim Grisson, the primary antagonist, a cold-blooded and sadistic criminal. Slim's infatuation with Miss Blandish adds a disturbing layer to his character. Miss Grisson, Slim's mother and the gang's matriarch. She is equally ruthless and controls much of the gang's operations. Riley, the leader of the initial gang that kidnaps Miss Blandish. His character is pivotal in setting the plot in motion. Dave Fenner, a private detective hired by Mr. Blandish to find his daughter. Fenner's character represents a glimmer of hope and justice in an otherwise dark narrative. Style and tone. James Hadley Chase's writing style in No Orchids from Miss Blandish is characterized by its directness and intensity. The prose is succinct, with sharp, realistic dialogue that enhances the gritty atmosphere of the story. The tone is dark and oppressive, reflecting the novel's themes of violence and corruption. Chase's ability to build suspense and maintain a relentless pace keeps readers engaged from start to finish. Critical reception. Upon its release, No Orchids from Miss Blandish was both praised and criticized for its brutal content. Some lauded Chase for his gripping, fast-paced storytelling and his ability to create a compelling, if disturbing, narrative. Others condemned the novel for its graphic violence and perceived sensationalism. Despite the controversy, the book became a bestseller and cemented Chase's reputation as a master of crime fiction. It has been adapted into several films and plays, attesting to its lasting impact on the genre. Conclusion: No Orchids from Miss Blandish is a landmark in crime fiction, notable for its unflinching depiction of violence and its exploration of the darker aspects of human nature. James Hadley Chase's skillful writing and ability to create a tense, immersive atmosphere make the novel a compelling, if harrowing, read. While not for the faint of heart, it remains a significant work that has influenced many writers in the genre and continues to be read and discussed to this day.